All right. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about Linktree. For those that don't know, Linktree is a platform where you can go ahead and put all your links in one section. So, like that, it's much easier to go ahead and navigate and have and to be able to give to your clients compared to having like 10 or 20 links where you have everywhere. Linktree is first off free. And you're able to go ahead and put so many links on here that would be easier to go ahead and be able to have available. Again, all you have to do is just remember one link, which would be your link tree. From there, as you guys can go ahead and see on my screen, you'll have all of these available for your client to go ahead and have. Again, this is for free. You don't have to pay anything. Of course, if you want to upgrade, like have a nice background, all of that, you have that opportunity to go ahead and purchase that. But as if you like what you see, like on mine, this was for free. I didn't have to pay anything extra on this. Okay. So what you can go ahead and do is you can actually go into Google, right? And you can actually just go ahead and put Linktree, link, like link, and then tree. And you should be able to go ahead and it should populate something like this. Once you go ahead and click on the link tree, you're going to go ahead and see this right here. Okay, you're going to see login and sign up for free. If you already have a link tree or you have already started a link tree, you can go ahead and log in. Or if you're starting this for the very first time, you're going to go ahead and sign up for free. Okay, again, does not cost anything to go ahead and do this. When you go ahead and join, okay, you're going to go ahead and sign up with an email as well as a password, and then you're going to go ahead and create an account. Or you can go ahead and sign up with your Google, either or, and have that already available for you. Once you go ahead and have that ready, it's going to go ahead and email you, let you know to go ahead and click here to sign you on. Okay. In my case, since I already have an account, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in. For mine, my username, and it's usually the username usually is whatever is at the end of your link tree. In my case, since my business name is Erica for Travel, that's what I went ahead and have it as username, Erica for Travel, and the password that you have created. Okay, we're going to go ahead and log in. And then once you go ahead and log in, it's pretty easy to navigate. It might look a little bit complicated, but we're going to go ahead and go over the main things that you need to focus on. So like that, you don't feel overwhelmed. Okay. Awesome part about this too is that it gives you the availability to go ahead and have a free QR code that you can go ahead and have download compared to where you have to purchase them or you have to generate one. Linktree gives it to you for free. Again, all of this is for free, so might as well utilize it, right? So you're going to go ahead and see this as well. Now, another awesome part about this is that you're making changes. You're able to go ahead and see the changes that you're doing on the right side, which would be this section right here. So as you're making changes, you're going to be able to see them live as it is going. So that's pretty cool to see as well. On your side, you shouldn't have anything on there. So it should be blank, right? What you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to add the links. Make sure that you know the links that you want to go ahead and add into it. All right. So for example, if you have your own personal website, make sure you add that. If you don't have one and you just have the evolution one, make sure you add that one. So how you get your links is pretty easy, right? Like it should be your evotravelagent.com / in my case, it's Erica for Travel. So how you get the links is going to be up here. Okay, the URL that's what you're gonna need to go ahead and have and place into your link tree. Does not matter if you're using your LinkedIn, if you're using your Facebook page, if you're using your golden tickets, whatever affiliate link you're using, this is what you're gonna need up here. Okay, from here you're gonna go ahead and copy. And then you're going to go ahead and come back in here, put add link. And then it's going to show up here URL. This is where you're going to go ahead and paste it. Once you paste it and click add, you're going to go ahead and see it generated up here. Okay, you see how it has the information right here? Now, what you're able to do on this section is, you see how it says Evolution Travel / Erica for Travel? And then you see it right here too. That is going to be the name of the tab. Please make sure you change the tab names as you guys are putting them on here. Because if I go in here, right, and I add my Facebook, right, Erica for travel, because I already know it. It's going to go ahead and show log into Facebook. Okay, so if I go ahead and refresh this one, because again, it does this as you are doing it, you see it changes it right away. You see how this doesn't look good? It says log into Facebook. It doesn't look good. All right. So what I would recommend for you to do is once you are done, you can go ahead and make changes. Okay. Wait until you're done to make changes. Because I don't want you to be going back and forth. Okay. So after you have all your links in there, go in here in the first little pencil and change this. You're able to change this to whatever you want. In this case, since it's my business, all right, I want to name it either Facebook business page or as you can see here, it is going to be the travel Facebook page that I have, because I'm not going to put my personal. Make sure you don't put your personal Facebook page on here, guys. It's going to be your business page. Okay, remember, there's two different, your personal and your business. The business page is the one that's going to be on here. All right. If you haven't created a business page for Facebook, make sure you do so. Meanwhile, if you have not created a Facebook, if you don't have any social media platforms, which you guys should have prior to going ahead and advertising, you need to go ahead and make sure you make those changes. Make sure you edit the tabs to reflect what you have on there. In my case, the travel site, I have the travel site, which would be my website. You can see here, things to do and tickets and attractions. This is my Viator tickets. I'm not going to automatically have my Viator on there, right? Because if you click on it, it's going to take you to my Viator. Now, if I go ahead and if I copy this and I make another link, it's going to say Viator, I believe. Okay. Let's go ahead and check. Well, I guess because I already have one already. Okay, well, it's not letting me. But when I have my Viator, right, my Viator right here. Okay, it's automatically gonna go ahead and put Viator on it. Do not leave it as Viator, guys. Why? Because you want to go ahead and make sure that once they click into it, if they see it's Viator and they want to go ahead and go and do it themselves on another site and go into Viator itself, which is perfectly fine. Once they open your tab, it stays in their computer for 30 days. So that means if they close down, they're like, oh no, it's Viator. No, I'll just go and do it on my own. And they go and open a Viator link, it doesn't matter. It's going to still come to you. So that's the awesome part about it. If you're already putting Viator on there on your Linktree, guess what? They're gonna already know it's Viator. So they're not even they're gonna be like, oh, that's Viator. Okay, let me go into Viator itself. Make sense? You want to make sure you put stuff on there that reflects what it is. Again, for Viator, I put things to do, tickets, attractions. If you want to put just tickets, attractions, things to do by itself, that's perfectly fine. Whatever reflects whatever you're putting in there is what I usually recommend. Okay, so I have like book with sandals. If you've been here for 3 months or more, you have the availability to go ahead and have your own affiliate link with sandals. Okay, remember, this is only if you've been here for 3 months or more. You can go ahead and affiliate with sandals itself. So once I go ahead and click on here, you see how it says referred by and it has my information. So if this person comes in here and starts booking through my sandals, I get the commission. I didn't have to do anything. Same thing applies to any affiliate links that you guys put on here. Okay, now all of this stuff, again, something like that is perfectly fine, but with sandals, because they can go ahead and go here directly and do it themselves. I also have my quotes on here, which I usually recommend for you guys to go ahead and do too. If you specialize in something specific, make sure you put that specific quote on here. If it's just a general, then just put general quotes. In my case, as you can kind of tell, I'm more of a Disney person. So of course I'm going to have a Disney quote form by itself on the side because I'm promoting Disney and I want them to, I already know what questions at Disney affiliate link, right? The Disney travel agents, I already know what questions they're asking. So I already know, boom, I think it's probably like a few questions, maybe 10 questions compared to my general quote where it has like 20, 30, 50 questions. Okay. The more specific you are, the better it is. If you want to put Disney quote, let's just say, right? Disney quote, you want to put religious quote, sports quote, whatever you are specializing in, group quotes, you already know what to specialize in. You already know what questions that you're going to ask. You already know what specific questions it is. Then make it specific quote just for that. Does that make sense? Because if you have a general quote, it's like 100 pages of questions. Maybe they don't want to go ahead and go like, you know, if it's a cruise, well, it has nothing to do with like theme parks. Does that make sense? So there's just some questions that are just like, okay, I'm just going through this. This is a lot. And they might get frustrated. So hence, if you have something specific that you specialize or that you already know, oh, okay, you know what, for weddings, they usually have this, this, and this, and this. Boom. That's one quote right there. For honeymoons, another. Boom, 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 boom. I already know the questions to ask. Okay. The more you already know what questions you already ask or what the vendors that you use ask, the better it is because the less information the client has to put or the specific stuff the client puts, it's easier for you too. You go into there. It takes literally, guys, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to quote a Disney. Probably less than 5 minutes because I already have all of the information right there. Right? I already know, boom, I just have to plug it in and boom. I mean, if it takes long on the Disney site itself, that's on its own, but I can quote you in less than 5 minutes a quote. Okay, so get to that section where whatever you're using, especially if you're using the same vendor over and over again, and you already know what questions to ask, you already know everything, right? So make it a specialty. All right. If you want to go ahead and add your links, like I have my TikTok on there, I have my YouTube on there, I have trainings on there. Well, guess what? That is better for you. You can add those on there too. So like that, not only are they following, you know, maybe they just want to see what you are or what you do or your TikTok, right? They by you having all that stuff, more social media platforms, they can go ahead and follow you, whatever social media platform. Maybe they don't have Facebook. So they can go ahead and find me on TikTok. Or maybe they don't have a TikTok and they have Facebook, right? I'm not an Instagram person. I do have an Instagram account, but I don't really want to promote it because I'm not really on there. But maybe you're more of an Instagram person and not a Facebook person. Whatever works for you, make sure you utilize that to your advantage. Make sense? Okay. So again, we don't want this either. Okay, I want you to make sure you edit your tabs to reflect whatever you want to add on there so it can sound nice and they can click on it. By you putting login to Facebook, does that sound very, I don't want to log into there. Even though it's taking you straight to your platform, right? Because if I can click on here, it's taking me straight to my page, right? For them to look at. But the way it sounds like I have to log in, right? What if I'm just a regular person going in here and I see log into Facebook? No, I'm not going to do that. No, right? Another thing too is if you guys don't change your website, your site here where it says Evolution Travel, remember, you're your own business. You already started either branding yourself, got your own logo, all of that stuff. Why are you promoting Evolution? Even though you didn't do it, right? It automatically is going to put on here. If you put your TikTok, it's going to say log into TikTok. If you put in your LinkedIn, it's going to say log into LinkedIn. So make sure that you go in here and make those changes, okay? And remember, how to make those changes is going to be on your Linktree, right? On here. And you're going to go ahead and click the little pencil. Name it to whatever you want to go ahead and name it to. All right? Now, in this case, I can go ahead and name it, like I said, I can say Facebook business page. Okay, I can go ahead and name it that, and that would be the name, and you see it right here. How you see how it automatically it changes, which is pretty cool. Okay, and it's okay that you guys can make these changes because you're still not giving your Linktree to anybody. Okay, so it's okay if you're messing up and you're making changes and you're like, oh, let me make this change. I want this here. I want this there. It's perfectly fine because you're still not giving the people your link. Okay. Now, if you're giving it to them, that's perfectly fine. They're probably not going to do it right off the bat. But that means that you need to start getting on this ASAP and start making these changes ASAP and adding stuff into this. All right. So once you guys have and make these changes, again, make sure that you make changes and not keep it as it is. My business name is Erica for Travel. Okay, so that means I'm going to come in here and either put Erica for Travel website, right? I can name it to that. Or I can go ahead and put, you know, a website, whatever you want to name it, perfectly fine. As long as it doesn't say Evolution Travel and then my name. Because again, I'm not Evolution Travel. My business name is whatever it is. Does that make sense? Now, once they click on there, if it comes out to be this, that's perfectly fine. Okay. But my business name is already whatever site or whatever it is. Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So that's all you're going to do. Add the link. Boom. Then you're going to go ahead and put the URL. Make sure you edit each tab to reflect whatever it is. Personally, I like to go ahead and have little thumbnails on mine. Okay. Some people don't like thumbnails. Whatever, however you guys want to do it is perfectly fine. But don't put some thumbnails and some not, because that does not look professional. Either have all of them thumbnails or none of them thumbnails. Okay. How do you add pictures? That's also known as thumbnails. So if you're like, well, what's thumbnails? Thumbnails is the little pictures that come up. How to add those? Simple. What you're going to do is you see right here, this little picture, 1, 2, it's the third one. You're going to click on it. And then you're going to put set thumbnail. Now, depending on what it is, in this case, let's just say it's Facebook, right? What you want to go ahead and do is you're going to Google some images first. So I can go ahead and put Facebook logo and go under images and choose whichever Facebook logo one you like. Okay, let's just say I like this one. I don't know. You're going to make sure you save it. Okay, I'm going to save it. And then when I come back to my Linktree, click my thumbnail, add thumbnail, upload it from my computer. I have the availability to go ahead and click that. And from here, you can adjust it because it gives you the availability to adjust. And then I am going to go ahead and go to crop. This is how it's going to look. I'm going to upload it. And then you can see it right there. That is how it's going to look. It's going to stay right there. Simple. Everybody got it? Okay. You can either change it, remove it, or keep it as is. Okay. So I'm going to keep it. Boom. You're going to do the same thing with your website. If you're going to have your own website, if you have your own logo, make sure you put your logo on there. Okay. If you have whatever it is on here, right, you can go ahead and look for something website-ish or whatever you want to do. Make your own logo. Make sure you go ahead and put it on there as well. Remember, don't make it look like this, okay, where there's some and when there's not, because it kind of looks a little bit awkward. And you want it to make it look nice and pretty, okay? If you don't have any pictures, you can put a picture of you or you somewhere at the beach or in Vegas or wherever for now, if you don't have a logo yet, okay? But again, if you're going to make it all thumbnails, make it all thumbnails. If you're not going to make them all thumbnails, don't make them all thumbnails. Make it look uniform. Okay. And that's all you're going to do. Same thing applies. You're going to go in here, upload whatever it is. Make sure you have the images that you want, and then you are done. Okay. Now, another thing you can do is you don't have to be like, okay, I want this first. I want this second. Oh man, I didn't want this right here. I wanted this one first. You don't have to worry about it and be like, let me delete it and let me add. No, just add all the links that you want. What you're able to do is you're able to move these later on if you wish to do so. So for example, let's just say I wanted my website first and not my Facebook page. What I'm able to do is, you see when you hover over, it turns into a hand. If you click on it, you're able to drag it. And now my website comes on top. And then the second one would be my business. You see? My business page. Can you use the same logo thumbnail for all? I don't recommend it. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't distinguish the tabs from the thumbnails. Does that make sense? So I don't recommend you all putting all the thumbnails as your logo. No. Okay. So that's how you're able to move them. So if you want to go ahead and put all the links and then later on be like, well, I want to go ahead and have my Facebook up here first, my business page here. I want to have this here. I want to have that there. Then you can go ahead and do that by you moving right here where these little dots are, moving them however you want to go ahead and do so. Okay. Also, another thing that you can go ahead and see is that you're able to see how many people click into that link too. So as you can see, my travel site, it's been 472. My travel business page, it's been 211. You know, my Viator, it's been 215. So it shows you how many people are coming in and clicking into that, which is pretty good for you because now you know, oh, you know what? I'm getting a lot of people coming in looking at my my Facebook page. Oh, I'm having a lot of people look into my website. Okay, this is another way it can show you how you're bringing in people too, or how you're attracting people, which is pretty cool also. Okay, if for whatever reason you want to go ahead and delete it, you have two choices. You can either not show it up, which you can click here and then it disappears here, but you still have it here. Okay, or you can just completely delete it, which would be right here, right, with the little trash can, delete, and it disappears. Okay, same thing applies, delete. I want it completely to disappear because I'm never going to use this again, and do that. Okay, if you're not sure if maybe later on you're going to use it, then you can go ahead and hide it, which would be just clicking right here and it just hides it. Okay, and then when you're ready, go ahead and put it back up and it comes back up. All right, adding a header, that's what you guys are able to see right here where it says collect memories, not things. This is a header. You can have several of these to divide if you wish to go ahead and do so. Okay, so let's just say I want to go ahead and divide, I don't know, my travel. And then I want another one that has Disney. And then I have another one that says videos. You can do that as well by adding a header. A header, if you click on add header, you're gonna, I think it only limits you to a certain amount of words. There you go. You can only have 35. So if I'm gonna say, for example, I don't know, Disney, right? If that's what I want, you're gonna see Disney pop up. And then this is kind of like a divider. That's what that pretty much means. So I can go ahead and put, let's just put here, I don't know, under the Disney quote. And you see how it says Disney. Now I'm able to put like a whole bunch of Disney stuff here if I wanted to. Does that make sense? I can put Disney quote, I can put Disney videos, I can put, and now it's dividing it in sections. That's what that means. Okay, again, if you wish to do so, you can do so. That's how you can use it as a divider. Or you can just have it as I do, like something kind of maybe a phrase or a word. You can have that on there as well. Okay, so that's kind of the basic stuff to get you started. The appearance, meaning the prettiness, this, how it looks and adding a picture and all of that, that comes once you click appearance right here. Okay, so once you're done putting the videos, the links, all of that, now the next step is going to be making it pretty. Okay, so once you click appearance, you're gonna get this section right here. Pick a picture. Okay, so you're gonna click on here, make sure you have a photo that you want to upload. If it's going to be your logo, make sure your logo is not anywhere else here, because again, you don't want to keep repeating that same looking thing. I personally want to have a picture of myself. Why? So they can see that I'm an actual person. Okay, so that's why I have that there. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to put a picture of myself. That's perfectly fine. Then you can put your logo on there. It's perfectly fine. Either or, however you want to do it is perfectly fine. In my case, like I said, I wanted to put a photo of me, and that's what you see right there. As you can see, it stays in classic, which is the little circle. If you want to upgrade, like I had previously said, you don't have to, but you'll see that these little locks, that means to upgrade, meaning that you will need to go ahead and pay for that, which again, you don't have to. You're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit further down. It's going to say profile title. This is what's coming right here. You can either put your name, you can put your business name on there, whatever you want to go ahead and put on there. If you have a logo and the logo has your business name, it kind of looks weird putting your business name again under the profile title. Okay, but again, it's up to you. If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine. But the profile title, that's where you can go ahead and put also maybe travel, like for example, travel specialist. Okay, if you do that, it goes ahead and changes as well. You see it changed to travel specialist. It doesn't have to have your name if you don't want it to have it, but I'm just giving you some examples that you guys are able to go ahead and do. On your bio, you can only have 80 words, which your bio would be this section right here. Again, this is a section right here where you're able to do so. So make sure it's stuff that kind of grabs people's attention. In my case, Disney specialist. I'm a travel agent, vacation planner, a mom and a plum mom, and that's what you see on here as well. Okay, so you want to give a little bit of yourself too. Like, okay, you want to go ahead and make sure that you connect with the people. So your bio, kind of like on your personal business page, where you have that little bio that describes you, utilize that as well to go on here. You're going to see here what it says add social icons. If you click on here, you're going to go ahead and see icons like Facebook. You're going to see TikTok. You're going to see what you see right here. These are the icons. Okay, so in my case, you can go ahead, in your case, right, it's going to be blank. Just hit add icon and you can search. There's a whole bunch of icons you can add on here. Search which ones you like personally or that you have already and add them. Okay, so for example, like I said, I have Instagram, but I really don't want to go ahead and populate that. But let's say that you do and you utilize that a lot. Go ahead and click Instagram and it's going to ask you for your username. Okay, because again, it's going to connect it. So like that, if people click on it, like in my case, if I go into my TikTok, it's going to send me automatically to my TikTok account. Okay, you see, it's going to send me to my TikTok account. So by you putting your username, it's going to send that information and it's going to connect it together. Okay, then of course, like I said, you can decide where you want to put these. Like if I want my Facebook first, I can move it up and you're going to see how it changes to the Facebook being first. Again, you can add these as you're going and then later on be like, you know what? No, I want my email to be last. No, I want my YouTube to be last. It doesn't matter. You can put your YouTube up here as an icon and put your YouTube under here because that's how I have it too. My YouTube is right here somewhere as well. Okay, so again, it looks a little bit different because it's the icon and it's my other one where it says videos of our adventure or so again, naming them different can go ahead and work. Okay, and of course you can go ahead and change these. Again, you can hide them, right? Let's just say it's linked, but I don't want to show my TikTok right now. You can hide it. And then when you're ready to go ahead and add it back on, boom, add it back on. Like that, you don't have to delete it completely and go through the whole process all over again. Okay, makes sense. You also have the availability of either doing it top or bottom. You're like, well, what do you mean? The top means that it's going to be at the top right here. If you actually click bottom, it's going to go ahead and go all the way to the bottom right here. So again, it's your own preference if you want to go ahead and have it from the top or if you want to go ahead and have it at the bottom. However your preference is. I've seen some on the bottom and I've seen some on top. Personally, me, I like the top. But again, if you personally like the bottom, that's perfectly fine. Add as many tabs as you want. Perfectly fine as well. All right. Then I go back to my appearance after I add my icons. Okay, and then after that part, you see here's where you added your icons. Then this is where you can go ahead and go under themes. This is where you can choose and pick. Again, usually these nicer ones are a little bit, that's where you pay, but you don't need those. If you can scroll down, you're able to go ahead and choose. Sometimes the themes change, so you're able to come in here maybe like every 6 months or once the holiday starts coming closer. They sometimes change as well. They go by themes. So you can come in here and choose whichever one you like. Okay, in my case, I think I chose this one. Oh no, I chose this one over here. But you see how you're able to change and see how you like it as you're changing it. Let me see if I like the red one. and you'll be able to go ahead and see those changes as you are you see. Again, you can mess around with it, see which ones you like. Some of these, if you do make some changes, they do change the fonts though. I'll let you know. So let me see. If I click this one, I believe the font changes too. You see? So if that's the case, if you're like, no, I really like this color, but I don't like the way the font looks. If you scroll a little bit further down, you're able to go ahead and choose the fonts that you want to go with it as well. Okay, remember, as you are changing it, they change also too. Sometimes by you changing the font, the background is going to change too. That means it doesn't support it. Okay, so you see how I was able to change the font and it changed the color? But if I come up here, I don't see that color. So again, you have to kind of keep a lookout on that. Sometimes when you change the font, the color and the font do not come together for some reason. So it's going to change it all together. So very important. So if you really, really like that one, that background, but you don't like the font, you can't, again, you can try come down here where it says font and try to change it and see if you're able to make those changes. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to go ahead and have. So once you go ahead and have your links and then you have your appearance to make it look pretty and nice, what you're able to go ahead and do is go back to your links, which is kind of like your homepage. And right here where you can click share, this is where you can go ahead and have your QR code. See, if you click here, it generates your QR code. You can download it, PNG or SVG, whichever one you want to go ahead and do. You can copy your link. Let's just say you're like, oh, I don't know what my link is. You can go ahead and click right here, copy, and this is going to be your link right here. Now, make sure that you give your link. That's going to be your main thing to everything, okay? So, for example, on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, if I go into my personal Facebook, my bio, you're able to see my Linktree right here. Not only that, but on my website, you're able to see my Linktree on there as well. So anything and everything, anything that I have, even on my business page, on my Linktree, on my TikTok, on all of that, I put my Linktree because if anything changes, let's just say, I added something or I want to remove something. By them just having the Linktree that I have, it's perfectly fine. It's not like if I have my website, right? And let's just say I change it to something else because now I have my own personal website. Instead of me changing everything, my business cards, changing this and changing that, I don't have to worry about it because it's all in my Linktree. All I have to go is come in here, make the changes, and that's it. So the Linktree itself never changes. What changes is what's ever inside of it. So you don't have to worry about it. Does that make sense? And anywhere that you go ahead and have your social media platform, anywhere and everything, add your Linktree. You don't have to be adding your website. You don't have to be adding your Facebook. You don't have to be adding your LinkedIn. Just add your Linktree and that's it. Why? Because everything is going to be in one area and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. To show your link, just click share. And it's right here in the bottom. You also have add to your socials, right? You can put it on your profile, your TikTok, your Facebook, your YouTube, other stuff that you can go ahead and add them into. Like I said, you can do it manually. I haven't tried it this way. This is something new, but you can go ahead and explore it. I manually go ahead and do it since I already know my Linktree, right? This section right here. And you can always try it out too, right? Go ahead and just share, go to copy, open another tab, and paste it. Click enter to make sure it works and it pops up. If it does, guess what? This is your link right here. Okay, so that's what you were going to go ahead and share. And like I said, my business cards has Linktree. It doesn't have my website. It doesn't have my Facebook. It doesn't have that. All it has is my Linktree. Because again, if I make some changes, if I later on change my business name, right, whatever it is, that's perfectly fine. My Linktree stays the same. What changes would be this. If I want to add links, maybe I'm more affiliate with more, right? Like golden tickets. I don't even have golden tickets here. But let me, I want to add golden tickets here as my affiliate link. I'm able to do so, and I don't have to worry about anything else. Why? Because it's all gonna be under my Linktree. Okay, does that make sense? Anybody have any questions? And it's really easy to go ahead and do and follow, guys. It might be a lot right now because you're just like, oh my gosh. But once you go ahead and get a hold of it, start doing it yourself, you're going to see how easy it is and how important the Linktree is. Because now you can only give just one website, which would be your Linktree, and that's it. They have questions, boom, my Linktree. Do you have a quote? You can give them your Linktree. Do you have this? Boom, they can go ahead and go in. Everything is going to be in your Linktree. Okay. And like I said, the more links you have, the better it is. Just add them on there. Make sure you distinguish what each link is, please. Okay. Don't just leave it as log into Facebook, log into Instagram, because then it doesn't. Also, another thing you want to do is once it's up and going, make sure you click into all of them to make sure that they all open. Or maybe give it to somebody or have them look at it to make sure that they open, because sometimes I've had agents where they're like, oh, I have my Linktree, here you go. They give it to me and I look at it. When I click on it, it says that their page is locked, or the page is not working, or it's private. And I'm like, imagine if you were already giving this to your clients and they see that. Do you think they're gonna want to be like, oh, hey Erica, your link is not working? They're probably not. They're probably gonna be like, oh well, let me look for something else. And that's why you might want to have maybe another pair of eyes to look at it once you're done. Because also maybe since you're putting your link in there, maybe I'll open up for you because it's utilizing your page. So by you giving it to somebody else that can double check, somebody else can open the browser and make sure that they all work. Make sense? So you can have, like I said, another pair of eyes to help you out. You are welcome. All right. So if there are no other further questions, if you want to go ahead and backtrack and see again how to go ahead and do this or at a slower pace, you will go ahead and be able to watch this on my YouTube channel. If you go under Erica for Travel on my YouTube, or again, you can go ahead and try to find it on here. You'll be able to find some of my videos as well, and you can go ahead and look at it and go ahead and make sure that you didn't miss anything if I was going too fast or if it was too overwhelming. Because again, I understand you might be looking and trying to do at the same time, which is perfectly fine. But it will be recorded. It will be uploaded on there as well. And you can check other videos as well on there. All right. So if there's no other further questions, that would be it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you on my next training. You guys have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy it. And I will see you next time. All right, guys. Ciao.